In Cognos Viewer, there is a button that will allow user to change the values for a filter, so the user doesn't need any kind of prompt, but this will work only for simple filters that are defined on detail rows. This will not work for other kind of filters like combined filter, advanced filter, and summary filters. First, I will select this list. I will go to filter button, then to edit filters, and first we will create one simple filter. I will click on plus, we will choose column year, and we will choose values, for example 2015 and 2016. But we will go here to settings, and we will enable this option, filter can be changed in the viewer. And then I will click on OK. So this is our simple filter. Then we will create one combined filter. For that, I will click here on combined. I will click on OK. We will select year column. And here again, we will select some values like 2016 and 2017. I will just click here on OK. Then I will click on plus. I will choose month column, OK. And I will select some months, for example, January, February, and March. I will click on OK. And this is our combined filter. We can close it, but here we have option to make this changeable in the viewer. So I will enable this option. And then again, I will create one advanced filter. I will click on plus. I will select advanced. I will click on OK. And I will make a simple filter where year should be equal to 2018. I will validate this filter and I will click on OK. But here we can notice that this option is disabled. So this option is not working for advanced filter. So advanced filter can be deleted. We don't need it because it's not working for it. So I can delete it. Then we can go to summary filters. Well, what if we create here one simple filter? We go to year, then we go to OK, and we say that we want the year 2050. Now we can enable this option, filter can be changed in the viewer. I will then click on OK, but I will now go back in that dialog. I will again go here to settings, and I will see here that our option, which we previously enabled, is disabled. So this option is not working for summary filters, so we can also delete this filter here. I will click on minus to delete it. So only filters that we have here are simple filter and combined filter for detail rows. And we will now click on OK, and we will start our report. I will click on Run HTML. And this is how our report looks like. But here, on the right side, we have this button filters. Here we can find our detail filter and our combined filter. Our detail filter can be changed. For example, if I click on this pencil here, I will get a dialog where I can, for example, select this year 2018, so I can change values for this filter. I will click on OK, and now my filter is changed. But for this combined filter, if I click on pencil, I will not get anything. So it's not working actually for combined filter, but this filter is still affecting this table. For example, here we can see only January, February, March. So this filter is working. But we can delete it. We can delete it with this minus here. So when I delete this, then we will see all of the months. And this is how we can change a filter by using this filters button, but only for simple filters that work on detail rows. We will now see how we can present to user what filters are applied to some list. For example, we don't know now what filters are applied to this list, and we want to show that information. Before doing that, we will go again to our edit filters dialog, and for this simple filter, we will leave this can be changed in the viewer option enabled, but for this combined filter, we will disable this option. And then we will turn on presentation of our filters. For that, we will click here on this button and then on insert filter text. And then above our list, we will see our simple filter and our combined filter that are applied to this list. And we cannot select this element. In order to select it, we have to go to page design, and then we can click on it. and when we click on it we can delete it, or we can do some other things like changing the values of parameters. Here we can see that for summary filter text we can decide to show all of the summary filters or none of them, and for detail filters we can also show all of them or none of them. I will now select this none option and I will go back to preview to see how this will look like. So it will not be empty, it will actually say no filters. I will now go back to design view, but for detail filter we also have these two options at the bottom. We have changeable in the viewer and not changeable in the viewer. If we select this option changeable in the viewer, and if we run our report in HTML, we will notice that only those filters that are changeable in the viewer will be presented above our list. So we can only see our simple filter, and that is the filter that can be changed using this pane here. But if we reverse this option to not changeable in viewer, and if we run our report again, then it will be the reverse situation. Above our list we will see our combined filter, although our simple filter is actually changeable in the viewer.